Coach Wilshire talking about the fourth quarter. That's kind of been the issues for this Heat team, has been their fourth quarters. So they're going to have to do a better job at both ends. And here's the steal by Mitchell to start the fourth.
Exactly. During that stretch, combined 125 points. That was the worst stretch fourth quarter play differential in the league. Obviously a big point of contention. How do they finish this game against the shorthanded Warriors?
For Golden State, you had cut it down to 8. And then 8 straight by the Heat.
Tyler Herro against Quentin Post. Doing his dance into the paint. Outside to Mitchell. 5 on the timer. Streaks inside. Adebayo. Rims out. Mitchell starting to put his imprint on this game for the Heat.
His energy and effort. That's the imprint right there.
Minute gone by in the fourth. Here comes Anderson. Adebayo has been sensational. Off balance. No. And Buddy Hield with a loose change underneath. Told you about where these two teams sit. Golden State, number 6 in the West. 1 game lead over the Clippers in Minnesota. Here's Butler spinning, goes glass. Well played by Highsmith. Miami meantime, number 10 in the East. Trying to hold on in that play-in section of the standings. Errant pass, Highsmith, turnover. I beg your pardon, Herro. Anderson, boy, able to poke it away from the rookie from the back. And then at the other.
That's 13 turnovers.
Fishers are going to get into the rotation for Steve. Second team foul against Miami. We'll see if that comes back to bite them. Poked away, it's loose. Highsmith, unbelievable hustle. And then Spoelstra will not. And they're out of challenges, right? Remember, they missed the challenge earlier, so they don't have one here. Beautiful give and go.
And then he just causes another turnover by anticipating that back cut by Hield.
Mitchell has really started to become a bigger piece for Eric Spoelstra, especially since the trade. Adebayo, boy, trying to cock
it to 8, and then it just ran out again.
Everyone asking just how to go.
That's what's left to prove. Can they do it when the lights are the brightest?
It is going to be fascinating to watch with the playoffs just around the corner. Jimmy Butler attacking into the corner to Moody. Shot clock at 5. Moody, everyone kind of stagnant, so he just fires and he misses badly. And Moses Moody tonight is 0 for 6 now, Reggie, from deep.
Had been shooting the ball really well coming into tonight from 3.
Anderson underneath, Adebayo just to reload. You know, you just think of all the
in the dogfight they're in for trying to get up to number 9 in the East, try to catch Chicago so they can have, you know, that 1 game home court advantage in that 9-10 matchup. So there's a lot of games to be left to play for them as well as Jimmy Butler in this second half offensively.
First points for Golden State here in the fourth, and it took nearly 4 minutes. If you look up, they're only down 16 points. Highsmith off the deflection gets it to Anderson, and that's it.
In that shot, not known to be a 3-point shooter.
Warriors trying to work quickly again. No Stephen Curry, who just hopped on with us. Pelvic contusion. You see, misses a 2nd straight game, 3rd in his last 3 this season. And right now playing in a 17-point hole. Wins 30 and 41 on the season coming into tonight. Butler continues to hear it. Is Moody. He said it's hard to be a role player on a team that's bad and that's losing. But obviously roles have gotten a little bit more defined now. As Herro
with this Heat team.
That's right, Reggie. Tyler told me that his shot profile has improved and changed so much. Said at the beginning of the season he was only shooting threes and layups. But of course, then teams started guarding him to where he just couldn't get any good open looks from three. Now he's really trying to take advantage of the middle game, his floaters, his runners, the mid-range, just being efficient there and creating for his teammates. And we're seeing that tonight, guys.
It's been interesting, Taylor. His overall shooting percentage this year is up despite a higher volume overall. But as Taylor mentioned, the shot profile has changed a little bit, trying to round out his game. He's been incredible.
126 made threes coming in tonight. 4 more tonight for Herro.
He's got Duncan Robinson in his sights with 10 regular season games left after tonight for the Miami Heat. As we come up on the midway point of this fourth quarter, Adebayo set up travel violation. That they ended with the win here over the weekend against Charlotte. Is this enough to now catapult the Heat through the final couple of weeks of the season? Pat Spencer has checked in now for Steve Kerr. Looks like Golden State Reggie's going to wave the white flag with Jimmy Butler and the rest of the starters on the bench.
Gives Curry extra time. And that's when they're thinking his possibility of him returning from that pelvis contusion.
So Santos makes it a 21-point game. Mitchell to the rim. Outside Herro. Miami in no hurry, trying to run that clock. 4 seconds to shoot. And actually spending 5 days here in Miami, which is
that could be trouble.
Strange quirk in the schedule. Indeed,
that could be trouble.
We've seen a lot of teams fall prey to that. A little floater underneath.
Few places you don't want to spend extra time.
At least if you're the coaching staff. Fight for it underneath. Bam Adebayo able to get his hands on it. So Golden State with this loss, barring any last-second runs here, still 4 minutes and change. Things potentially getting a little more interesting in that Western Conference playoff chase. Adebayo against Looney, fading. Boy, just missed.
About the footwork there by Bam Adebayo. That is tremendous.
So Bam Adebayo, 27 points. So much for his
dunking off the glass.
So Steve Kerr will continue to shuffle guys in and out. Kevin Knox, who Golden State just signed to a contract yesterday, will check into the game as they try to round out the bottom portion of their roster for their playoff push. Mitchell fully. So Trace Jackson-Davis checking into the game now for Steve Kerr. As we move inside of the 4-minute mark, Jonathan Kuminga leaning in.
Back on the floor for the Mavericks.
Jaime Jaquez tonight for kind of an anticlimactic return for Jimmy Butler to Miami tonight. As Golden State will fall to 16-5 since that blockbuster trade in early February. And a nice finish under. Getting his first chance at some late game run. Larson, the rookie, 3-year collegiate years at Arizona. Straight away, Santos. 3 minutes left. Miami catching fire from 3-point range tonight. The big part of the story as they hold this double-digit lead. Anderson taking Knox underneath. Into the corner, Larson. He's got that pretty strong.
Off the bench.
Spencer picks up the dribble, turns, and Mitchell with the loose change. As Eric Spoelstra touched on in our conversation, even during that losing streak, he said there were stretches where you could see what it could potentially look like with this team.
And they were in some games, but you mentioned the fourth quarter woes during that losing streak. And again, Wiggins missed a lot of time because of injuries as well, but this is a pretty good version of what Eric Spoelstra has to work with.
Miami's going to get to 6-17 since the Butler trade.
He was fantastic. The shot blocks.
Just incredible coaching here over the years. Can he somehow get this Miami Heat team back into the NBA postseason? This little... As we come up on the final 90 seconds. Larson against Knox. Trying to lob it to Ware. Kuminga into the corner. Santos too much. And we're down to 70 seconds.
Ware now with a double-double. 14 points, 10 rebounds for the rookie.
Again, our NBA on TNT doubleheader continues. Coming up, Oklahoma City and Sacramento coming your way next. Jared Greenberg, Greg Anthony, Lauren Jabara will have the call. As we are inside of a minute now in Miami. Larson's three with the shot clock about to wind down. Here's Trace Jackson Davis. Old, but it's been a numbers game for Steve Kerr and company with some of the new pieces. So Miami's going to get to 31-41 now in the season. They'll improve to 17-19 at home as Mitchell. And a Heat team that began the night in that final play-in spot in the Eastern Conference, trying to stay within striking distance. They shot 17 of 25 from three, and they're going to spoil Jimmy Butler's return home.
And what did Steve Kerr say? When they make 16 or more, the Heat, they're nearly unbeatable. They had 17.